Look at the cash, bubbly.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some rats by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. On the handoff, it's Michel. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this. Go home. That's right, baby. Get it right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, yeah. Tight end right. What's tight? Tight end right. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And not a whole lot doing there. So he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Slam. Underfoot. Hey, Detroit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Gronk that time. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the gun, Mayfield going deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Leopard!
A big
Leopard!
play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side by Dorsen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watch him now, Barney!
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the middle. He finds Dorset. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gone! 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 Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Man is caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, over, over. Over, over. Gone, gone. Gone, gone!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Mayfield now going deep downfield for Ross. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. And now out come the Patriots. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Set making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in his first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll rifle this, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! God!
Mayfield on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit on meetings with the coaching staff.
When we talked about it.
They like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4th down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom,
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Lockett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Key 26, key 26. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Michelle on the dump off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun. Detroit, Detroit. 26, Mike. 26. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gun, 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 gun.
Play fake. Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bullock out now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gone. Under 10. Dash.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Gone.
First down, Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Going deep downfield for Roll. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
No, check. Patriot. Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Andrew Billings coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
No. Check. Patriot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Set. 3-19. Gone.
Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. Now he bears him over. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Rice. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Gronkowski, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Time it's Nixon, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Patriot! All right, here we go.
Mayfield down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no, doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going into traffic there, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No
yardage. Okay.
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now back to throw. He's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He'll drop the throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep throwing it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Michel. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. It's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And Eifert has it. The 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Second down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Mixon. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And Bullock will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, we got like 50,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number. We can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Mayfield off the play fake. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll check this one down into Shell. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Gone!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.